Hello, everybody. This is Jasmine with Ethereal Pathways. I wanted to do another channel collective message for you guys today to see what you need to know for your highest and greatest good from Spirit, your guides, your angels that will assist you on your healing and ascension journey. I've already cleansed the space with some Palo Santo and some prayers. I've been getting some guidance already before I started recording this after I cleansed the space to share a little bit of information that will assist people on their healing and ascension journey. But I'm going to get into that in just a little bit. I'm going to just tap into the messages, see what channels through first, and then I'll get some of the message confirmation cards here that I created, and then we'll go from there, okay? And then I might intermingle some of these things that I was guided to pull up and go over that will assist a lot of you, like it's been assisting me. So, and I'm still learning about a lot of this stuff too. The Spirit's been guiding me. Holy Spirit's been guiding me to this stuff to help myself and my family. And then I'm being now guided to explain a little bit of stuff. I have some of this stuff written on some of these cards, like abandonment wounds, rejection wounds. And I was guided to look that up and then go over some of this that will help people. And I may do that more in the future because these cards can only hold so much information. Okay. Take what resonates for you and leave what doesn't for somebody else, because I may channel some messages or signs of confirmation for some people and some for others, because I do channel for a lot of people. So, and I don't believe in coincidence. It doesn't matter however long ago I posted this video. I always put the intention in these videos that whoever needs to receive these messages are guided to them in divine timing. You need to see them. So if you've been guided to this message, it doesn't matter if I posted it 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 years ago. Some of you may be seeing 222. It doesn't matter whenever you're guided to it. If it's put in your path and you were pulled to click on it, there's a message in here for you. Okay, so I'm going to tap into the energy and ask Spirit, Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time? Signs of confirmation that this is their message and or little messages, and then we can confirm through the oracle cards and the confirmation cards what this is. I'm going to look this up real quick to see if I'm hearing this right, because I feel like I'm hearing some kind of a stone. My goodness, I didn't even know what this was. Saphrodite. So I was hearing Saphrodite. Saphordite. It's a stone. It's a rare ancient volcanic glass found only near Safford, Arizona, known for its translucent beauty and unique pitted surface. I feel like I'm being guided to look at this up for you guys, because somebody needs maybe guided to get this stone. This is coming out right away. Saphrodite, also known as Sintamani or the wish-fulfilling stone, is a rare pseudo-techite from Arizona valued for its spiritual, energetic, and healing qualities. Core healing properties, energy balancing and cleansing. Saphrodite is believed to cleanse and balance the body's energy field, removing stagnant energy or blockages and repairing, quote, holes in your aura. Wow, I just got goosebumps, signs of confirmation from Spirit. I was guided to look this up for a reason. I'm getting goosebumps again. This directly correlates with what I was just looking up with entity attachments. I was guided to look that up this morning, and I was going to share some of that information for you guys. So this directly will assist with that. So I probably am going to get that stone for myself, honestly. So I'm going to write that down. Okay, that came right off the bat there. Thank you, Spirit. That is absolutely in my guides. Thank you. That's absolutely ties into what I was guided to look up to share later. Okay, there's no coincidence that this stuff is coming out. Thank you, Spirit. Any other signs of confirmation that this is the collective's message that they need to know today to assist them for their highest and greatest good? I'm also getting black stones, grounding stones, and any other stones that clear negative energy in your field. You may be guided to get. What else does the collective need to know at this time for their highest and greatest good? I just heard Coraline. That name will be significant for somebody. I'll look something up. I'm hearing. I don't know why I'm doing this morning, but I'm guided to, so I'm going to do it. Go with the flow. Oh, goodness. I didn't even know this was a thing. I was hearing coralite stone. So it wasn't just Coraline. That may be also a name for somebody, but I was also hearing coralite right after that. Healing properties. Wow. No coincidence this stone just got channeled through too. Coralite stone. So it says, formed from the skeletal remains of marine coral, often valued for centuries for its emotional, physical, and spiritual benefits. Practitioners and cultures associate coral with protection, vitality, and harmony, emotional balance, and calmness. It's believed to reduce stress, anxiety, and fear, promoting inner peace and positive energy. Protection, traditionally worn as a talisman to ward off negative energies and evil spirits. I just got goosebumps all over, you guys. I had no idea what this stuff was. I never heard this stuff before. Oh, we are learning together. This is amazing. Thank you, Spirit. Wonderful signs of confirmation. Somebody is being guided, and I'm taking this advice too, okay? I'm channeling this for, I believe, myself too. So we're going to do this together, guys. Remove negative entities and energies and evil spirits, it says. Encourages understanding, conciliation, and emotional stability. Supports visualization, creativity, and self-expression. Chakra associations. Heart chakra, with red and pink coral, enhances love, compassion, and emotional sensitivity. Supports heart, breast, stomach, and reproductive health. Root chakra, red coral, grounds energy, boosts vitality, and protects against depression. And throat chakra, blue coral, aids in communication and self-expression. Wow. I need to tell my friend about this. Circulation, thought to improve blood flow and energy levels, bone and joint, supports skeletal strength and may aid in conditions like arthritis. Tissue regeneration, believed to stimulate healing of bones, muscles, and nerves. Digestive and urinary support. Some traditions link coral to aiding digestion, nutrient absorption, and kidney bladder health. Zodiacs associated with Cancer, Leo, Scorpio, Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius. And Capricorn. Element linked to the earth element, symbolizing stability and grounding. Oh, wow. Symbolizes transformation and protection. What? Says it should be handled gently, kept away from chemicals, heat, and prolonged sunlight. Can be worn as jewelry, used in meditation, and placed in living spaces for its calming energy. Yes. Okay. Calm emotions, protect, and promote vitality. Okay. So that is very, very interesting. Okay. So thank you, Spirit. Some of you may be guided to do that. If a lot of you have been dealing with what you suspect to be an entity attachment, and I'm going to go over what that is real quick, and then we'll go on with the channeling. It says entity attachments, also called spirit attachments or negative entities, are energetic presences that attach to a person's aura or energy field. They can be neutral, misguided, or malevolent, but their presence is typically unwelcome and can disrupt balance in one's life. These entities often feed off emotional energy, influence thoughts, or interfere with sleep and concentration, sometimes even affecting physical sensations or behaviors. Attachments can occur due to vulnerabilities in a person's energy field, which may arise from past traumas, emotional stress. I'm getting goosebumps, you guys. Environmental factors, high energetic sensitivity, or even drug use. Life experiences that weaken one's energetic boundaries can make it easier for entities to attach. Some entities are drawn to high vibrational energy, seeking to siphon light or energy from the individual. Signs and symptoms: physical, unexplained fatigue, weakness, buzzing sensations, or sudden bruises; mental fog, intrusive thoughts, difficulty concentrating or hearing voices, obviously voices that are negative. This would be negative. Okay, voices telling you to do negative things like hurt yourself or you're stupid, or again, it'll be negative things that they will be speaking and encouraging you to do, okay? Mood swings, anxiety, fear, or excessive crying. Psychic awareness, feeling watched, glimpsing shadows, or sensing presences. Environmental, objects moving, frequent mechanical issues, or a persistent sense of disorder, like chaos, order and chaos. There are many types. The most common are entities that attach to individuals to feed off energy, lower vibrational frequency, or influence behavior. Some may attach to families, like generational, homes, or objects, creating energetic disturbances. That's why it's so important to clear your home, okay? Oh my, I'm getting goosebumps, signs of confirmation from Spirit that this is, somebody needs to hear this, and I'm taking this myself. I've been cleansing my home, okay, regularly, especially when I'm guided to clear energy and NCCs out, okay? Especially if you've had people over too, or you brought in gifts from others, cleanse them right away, okay? I've learned that recently. Cleanse them right away. Doesn't matter if it's an old heirloom or, furniture you buy from Marketplace, cleanse it when you bring it in the home or before you bring it in the home, okay? Castoria is good. Holy water. You can create your own holy water if you don't want to buy it online. You do moon water. You can do Palo Santo, which is, I use Palo Santo. You could do sage and prayers and things like that. Make sure if you do clear your home with some kind of like Palo Santo or sage, you open up one door or window, okay? and you work. What I do is I work from the outermost part from that open door window, and you open up all closets, all cabinets, and you go into each one, and you could waft the smoke into each one, and you say prayers, ask, Archangel Michael to come in and clear out any negative energy and entities, and, go throughout the house, then work your way towards that open door, and then walk out the open door, place your feet on the ground, like ground, bare feet, clear your space, clear yourself, and then, you can blow out, add that and leave it. Okay. And you could look up other ways of doing that too, but that's the way that I had learned to do it. I also use castorilla. You can get that on Amazon. I also use holy water. So I use a combination of different things. I put like castorilla on my mirrors and or holy water. You could even put holy water in a spray, little $1 spray bottle, okay? Like a small one, and spray it, in a space. You could do that too. Some people do that. So there's different ways you can cleanse, but this is something that is really important, okay? I feel like a lot of you need to know that. That's something I was guided to do. I lightly cleansed my space in my house yesterday and the day before after this removal of releasing this toxic pattern. I spoke about it in my last video. So you can look that up, like different ways of doing that. And however you're guided to do it, you can use your intuition, whichever one you're pulled to do, do that one, because your guides, your angels, your higher self and the divine will assist you in whichever way is best for you. Okay. All right. So it's really interesting because this is something that I was guided to do. And I was guided to specifically look this up this morning for a reason. And it's no coincidence that I was channeling these stones that I had no idea what they were. I didn't even know how to spell them, but that's what I was hearing. So that's a sign of confirmation that I'm hearing from Spirit. Some of you need to hear this. Okay. And I'm going to get these stones for myself too. Thank you, Spirit. What other signs of confirmation do I need for the collective that will assist them on their healing and ascension journey? I just heard vacation and room. Okay. So some of you, this may be a multi, message here. First of all, it may be a sign of confirmation for somebody that maybe you're on vacation, or you're planning a vacation or going on vacation, you're planning to travel. But this is another message I'm getting with this room. What I saw in my mind was clear the space. So if you're clearing your space at home and then you're going to be traveling, make sure you bring something with you, like holy water spray or something with you to cleanse, like a hotel, condo, whatever it is you're going to be staying in. Cleanse that area and that space, because there may be entities that could attach to you. I'm not putting people in fear, okay? I'm putting people in knowledge, because this is real stuff. I've experienced this myself. The mood swings, and it was a generational thing. And I didn't realize that it was generational. What do they say that I think it is in the Bible? The sins of the father to the third and fourth generation. These are entity attachments as well. They can be, and or they could be causing toxic pattern. Okay, and I just dealt with releasing this toxic patterning, and it was being shown to me this weekend when I released this relationship over the weekend in my life, and I made peace with them, and we both were receiving the same information to release each other to our highest good in love. And right after that, I was guided to cleanse. I didn't even put it together, to cleanse my home and cleanse myself. And, there's no coincidence that I'm being guided to share this now and look this stuff up this morning. So I feel like this is part of what I'm supposed to be doing, is assisting you guys as I'm learning this stuff, to assist you, to help you on your journey to heal and remove this negative, influences in your life. Because, they can be also attached to people that you're around, and they can start influencing you, especially if they're family members and you're having issues with the same thing, the same toxic patterns, Maybe it's affecting your love relationships and your relationships with your family. That's what negative entities do. They feed on the lower vibrational energy, and they influence those thoughts and keep you in looping thought patterns of, being in anxiety, thinking the worst, constantly seeing, being on guard that somebody's going to have it out for you, and you're automatically responding in triggered responses, not even thinking. Again, that comes from trauma, but they're allowed to attach because you have unresolved trauma in your auric field that you haven't healed or released, okay, and fully grieved or whatever. And that opens up a space in your aura for them to come in and attach in your auric field. And they can stay there as long as you have unresolved trauma that you haven't worked through and or grieved, and are not cleansing your auric field with Palo Santo, stones, whatever it is, regularly, okay? Daily prayer, keeping a higher vibrational thought and loving yourself, speaking love to yourself internally in your mind, and of others. Don't speak negatively of them. All these things can assist that. And they can only attach when there's negative energy that you're holding on to and that you're continuing to perpetuate in your own life, in your own thoughts. Okay. So, and then that comes from a wounded place a lot of times and or patterning from our childhood. So when we release that, there's really nothing for them to attach to anymore. And they have to kind of leave. But you also have to, when you do a big releasing, like at a full moon, this full moon coming up in a couple of days, if you do a major release of a relationship, a thought pattern, maybe you notice, like I did, this ancestral pattern that was in my family. And I'm going to share that really quick because I got to get going on this. There was an ancestral pattern that I was shown when I released this relationship. When I made the decision to release that person, I slept overnight. I had planned to talk to them that next day whenever they were calling me. I had already made the decision in my mind I was going to end it with this person and for my highest good and for their highest good because it was hurting everybody involved. It was hurting my daughter. It was hurting me. Again, this is a repeat pattern that I've seen in my relationships. And I had no idea that I had entity attachments. Okay. And I'm not saying that it's, anybody can have entity attachments, even some of the practitioners. And that's the thing. You've got to trust your angels. You got to trust your angels and your guides. Your angels and your guides always have the highest good for you and they will protect you. Okay. But if you're having things that are almost about to kill you all the time or people coming at you, projecting negativity at you, a lot of times it's because you have that in your auric field. Somewhere within your auric field, there is wounding. There is unexpressed emotions that are being stuffed down. And maybe grieving that hasn't been fully grieved, losses. There's reasons why they are projecting at you. They're letting you know there's something within you that you got to look at, okay? And I was shown over this weekend after I made this decision to release. And I spoke with this person yesterday morning and we explained what we did wrong. I saw then what I had done wrong. And then what they had done wrong and they apologized to me. I apologized to them. We made peace, okay? And then we decided, we're just going to, just break it off. We made peace. And I love this person very dearly. I mean, I really do. I was shown that there's a familial pattern. And I believe it's now that I looked this up this morning, it's like an entity attachment, a generational entity attachment that's plagued my family, especially on my mother's line for generations, at least 3 now, if not 4. Okay. It started on my daughter because the wounding I had, it was projecting on her. And now she's got wounding from her dad and me. And so again, it's that perpetuating cycle. I had a father wound and a mother wound. I had abandonment wounds. I had rejection wounds. And I'm just now learning this stuff. This attachment theory stuff is pretty new. It's came out the last, 5 years or so. And I'm learning about this and it's so insightful. And now I'm working on healing that stuff. Okay. Showing up for myself in those ways helps heal it. Expressing the unresolved emotions, crying, writing, journaling, writing letters, getting counseling to get all this stuff out and talk it out and cry it out and everything. Okay. That also helps using healing stones, cleansing your auric field daily, using positive affirmations. Okay. And positive subliminal affirmations. All of this helps. So I'm assisting people. This is what I'm guided to tell you guys to assist you. Okay. So where do I start? I was shown, and I didn't see this until I made this decision to end this. And I spoke to this person. And once I did that and ended it, after we got off the phone, I was guided to go into solitude time and told my daughter, hey, can you watch some TV for a little bit? Mama needs some, self-love time to work through, process these emotions and stuff. And while I was doing that, I was getting downloads from spirit. So once I made that decision, it's exactly as I channeled through the other day. Once you make that decision to end a karmic cycle with somebody and you do what's best for you to get your peace back, that's when you get the downloads afterwards in introspection, in hermit mode. Your third eye, you'll start getting downloads and insights about why you needed to do that. It's a test. It's a test of your faith, okay? To let people, places, and things go because they weren't for your highest good. You were operating out of wounding and you didn't know it, okay? And I was shown that this situation that happened came to a head when my daughter and him blew up, and it's plagued and it's related to me and my mother and then her mother. Okay. And I don't know how much further back it goes beyond that because that's only the ones I know stories about. So my grandmother, I didn't really get to know her, my mom's mom. She passed away of breast cancer when I was young. I don't remember how old. I'm thinking maybe 6, okay, 5, 6, somewhere in there. because we moved from Springfield, Illinois to Atlanta before they divorced when I was probably about 7-ish, okay? And it was probably 2 or 3 years before that, because I do have pictures of me as like a toddler around her, but I never got to know her, okay, where I can remember her. And so my mom told me stories. My sister had told me stories that she had told her, because my sister spent more time with our mom as a child when we got separated. Because yes, we got separated as children. And there was a sense of abandonment there from me with my mother. And then my father passed away when I was young, and then he emotionally couldn't be there for me. So I had a lot of attachment wounds and rejection wounds to work through that I'm still working through. And I was shown that sins of the father to the third and fourth generation. This is literally like the fourth generation now in my daughter. And I was like, wow. I just got goosebumps down my side, by the way, when I shared that. A sign of confirmation from Spirit. And so he was bringing me through my mind's eye that to remember that my grandmother was an abusive relationship with her husband, my grandfather. He was a commercial truck driver. He would drink. He had alcohol issues, okay? And then he was verbally and physically abusive to my mom and my grandmother. We would home drink, and then he was cheating on her with, a neighbor down the street, and she knew all about it, and she decided to stay for stability of her daughter and her, due to support and money and dependence on that, instead of choosing to protect her daughter and protect herself and have the self-confidence and self-worth to leave and be independent and single parent, and get on her own and protect her children. She chose a man over her child. Number one, there's one generation right there. She chose a man to stay with a man over a child. Second generation, my mother. Because of that, she had what we were told, bipolar disorder. She didn't believe she had it, okay? It could have been rejection, entity attachment, stuff like that, wounding, obviously caused by abuse. And she had an issue with men. She had very more masculine, overprotective, like domineering. I think it was more like emperor in reverse kind of energy, a wounded masculine or distorted masculine energies. She was more in her masculine, and her nurturing side was wounded too because of this. She just abandoned us as kids. And when they got divorced, after a couple years, I guess, of them being divorced, and we were in Georgia, we were with her. Then every other weekend, my dad would get visitation and would pick us up. Well, we got separated as kids, and she left because of a man. She left the state. My dad could only grab me and my brother because we were the closest. And then my mom grabbed my sister, and that's how we got separated for several years. Very traumatic. And then, so there was a sense of abandonment there by my mother, who abandoned me again for a man, for a relationship, for a man. I didn't see these patterns before. I didn't put it together. Spirit put it together for me after I made this decision and took a leap of faith to end it. And then, so that happened, right, with my mom, this generational thing on my mom's side. And these entity attachments are attracted to the light, to those who have, psychic abilities, heightened psychic abilities and things like that. And then maybe you have shaman in their blood, okay, in bloodline. And I definitely have that. My mother had psychic abilities. I don't know about my grandmother, but I know for sure my mother did. She did have some abilities. Me and I think my brother and sister have those abilities. And so then I saw that because my mother chose a man, again, in a relationship over the children. She did this multiple times with us, cycles. I even tried to reconnect with her after I got my divorce from my first husband. So she rejected me again for a new relationship she got remarried to 2 times after my dad, which she ended up passing away with this guy. And basically, in a way, chose him over us. He gave me a lot of sense of rejection too. He never did trust me because of his, I guess, whatever past relationship and trust issues he had with my sister. And I guess he assumed I was that way, but I think he was just naturally distrusting due to people taking advantage of him and things like that. So I was dealing with that and got rejected again. So I left. I prayed for God to open up a way because it was more like a cult-like. And I've shared some of this on my podcast. If you go back on my episodes on this channel, to my podcast, I think I have an album called Podcast or whatever, and you can look back at the episode. It talks about a toxic relationship. My mother talks, and I give a little bit of the story. But if you want me to go more into it, I can on a future episode. Just let me know, comment, and let me know, okay? I'll be happy to do that. So anyway, it was plaguing me and my sister with our relationships with our children. I'm guided to share this part to show the relation here. So my sister, in a way, had chosen a man over her kids, which resulted in her losing her kids. So I also started to do this with my own daughter, not realizing, again, not realizing that this is a pattern in my family. I didn't see that. I was doing the best I could with what I knew, and I was still growing. I was still healing. And I saw that I started to do the same thing with my daughter. I started to pick a man, this relationship I just ended, and believe him over my daughter, which is kind of what happened with me and my stepdad. And my stepdad was very critical. He was always picking at little things. So was my mom. Why are you doing this? You're too clingy or too this. And then they wouldn't allow me to go anywhere. They would control everywhere I went. So I'm like, what do you want me to do? I have nobody else to talk to, Like, I can't sit in my room all the time. I had no life and I was not happy. I couldn't even feel like I can go out and walk for exercise. Like, it was so controlled, and then it was just critical, very critical. And that comes from a father wound and a mother wound. And so I didn't know about all that. So I'm learning about all this. And God showed me all the patterns, the 4 generations now that this is affected, and I chose to break it. I am the generational curse breaker for this family, and I just chose to break it and choose myself and my daughter and her peace and her healing and to protect her over, I just got signs of confirmation, goosebumps, thank you, Spirit, over a man and over a relationship. I chose to leave a relationship with a person I love very dearly for her safety and for her well-being and mine, okay, for peace. And I'm just sharing this because I feel like somebody's going through the same thing. I'm guided to share this to help others. That's why I do this stuff. So anyway, you may have generational patterns there, and these entities can attach to you even if you're around other people. If you have other people in your home, make sure you try to cleanse your home afterwards, because they could have entities that want to stay and linger. Maybe they're attracted to your light. Because some of you are shamans, okay? Natural shamans. You may have been a shaman in a past life, and or your high priestesses, and you're channeling information, and they're attracted to that. They're attracted to people with heightened abilities that have a light within them, that have unconditional love within them. And they can stay and linger, and then they can attach, and they can affect your mood swings. They can affect your thought patterns, influence you to do things or think things and ruminate on things, cause anxiety. They can cause you to feel super tired. I didn't know about all this, okay? And when I started doing this healing work, my energy started coming back, and I didn't understand why. Now I know. Now I know when I've looked this stuff up today. So I'm trying to share that, okay? Spirit, thank you. I hope that helps somebody out there. Please let me know if it did, okay? All right, Spirit, anything else, any other signs of confirmation before we go to the confirmation and message cards, whatever, what else needs to come out? I just heard spiritual alignment, and some of the message cards may confirm what I'm channeling here, okay? I just heard Samantha, Jerry. If I upload this channeled word sheet onto my community page and you see it and the spelling isn't right, take it anyway as a sign of confirmation, even if it's not spelled right or the same. I don't know why I'm here. I'm hearing require moderation. Spirit, what do you mean by this? Is there a message there, or is that a message that's going to be elaborated on in the message and confirmation deck? Require moderation. I'm going to share something I feel like is coming through for this. Some of you may be guided, again, use your intuition with all these messages. If you've already been kind of feeling this way, this is a sign of confirmation of this message. Some of you are being guided to require moderation in areas of your life. It could be with food intake. It could be with social media intake. It could be moderation with exposing yourself to others. Right now, maybe you're in the process of cleansing your arc field in your home, and after ending a major cycle, try not to expend extra energy towards others right now while you're healing. Okay. And I'm just getting a message to, maybe require moderation in your life in some way or different ways. It could be multiple different ways, however you're guided, but you're looking at needing to, maybe it's sweets, maybe it's whatever it is. Maybe you're guided to, go on a fast, however you're guided. There's moderation that's needed with some things. And this could also be boundaries with others, moderation of communication with certain people. If you choose to stay connected to certain people, you may be in moderation. I just heard moldavite. That is a stone that I actually have listed in my message and confirmation deck, the white deck that I create. I can tell you if you're guided to get this stone, it's for a reason, but I'm going to give you a little bit of caution with that. That stone, I've touched it in a spiritual shop. It is highly potent energetically, and it can cause a little bit of like jerking and stuff like that. So it is for going through a major spiritual awakening. It will help enhance your psychic abilities quicker, things like that. But you're cautioned to use it in short spurts, especially at first. So I'm feeling guided to say this. Maybe use grounding stones like black obsidian with it. to help ground you and or ground your feet, bare feet in the ground when you're using it. It is a highly potent, highly energetic, high vibrational stone, and it's for opening up, clearing your chakras so you can get more clear messages, clear your intuition. I'm getting signs of confirmation, goosebumps. Okay, so this is for somebody, okay? Moldavite, I can tell you, be careful again about where you get your stones, because there may be fakes out there. I'm getting signs of confirmation again of this message I'm sharing right here. Be careful where you get your stones. Moldavite is a pricey. I can tell you a small little stone like this is probably $50 to $60. I'm not kidding. So if you're guided to do it, get that, because some of you need to have this for your spiritual practice that you are being guided to move into. That's something that I was kind of on the fence about myself, but it will strike a quicker, stronger spiritual awakening and enhance your psychic abilities. And you'll start receiving more messages from spirit, your guides, your angels to assist others. Okay. Because some of you are shamans, you are oracles, and you are here to help heal others and share your experience with others to help them. I'm getting signs of confirmation, goosebumps for some of you. That's a message for you. Okay. Anything else? I'm seeing a raven or a crow. Some of you may be guided to look up the spiritual meaning of a raven or crow. Maybe a sign of confirmation or message there for you. It says messages from your guides, your angels. They're sending messages to you through nature, a lot of you. I'm getting creative expression again. So some of you are being guided. If you haven't done so already, maybe you've been contemplating starting a new initiative, a new hobby or a side passion project. And it could be a creative project of some sort. It could be sharing content creation, like on social media, to help others. It could be a spiritual practice of some sort to assist others, like an oracle or a guide. It could be creative arts like dancing, acting, some kind of artistic expression. It could be any number of things. It's going to be different things. Painting, music, singing, things like that. If you're pulled to do something and it's part of your passion, you're being guided to move into that and start sharing that with others to assist them. It does assist them. I've said this before in a past reading. There's energetic transference. There's light codes. You're sharing your light when you're healing, and you're sharing this. It's a form of channeling, and you are sharing this with the collective, and that will help activate them with those light codes, activate their awakening and assist them in their healing journey. And I'm getting signs of confirmation, goosebumps of this message. Okay. So creative expression, you're being guided to move into creative expression. Again, if you've already been receiving nudges from your higher self, a Holy Spirit, your angels, guides to move towards something, you're being pulled to do something, you've had something on your mind, and maybe you're working through fears, or what do I have to offer? I don't know if I can do this. Those kind of things. I work through those myself. I said that on my last video. Okay. And if you want to hear more about my story, please let me know. But I can tell you that I worked through a lot of this, and I'm still working through those. But look where I'm at now. This took me about 3 years to get where I'm at now. I started with a podcast. So some of you are being guided to move into the creative arts in some form. Just start creating, start taking baby steps. That's what I had to do. Start doing it if you're guided. And I'm getting Archangel Sandalphon. Okay. And that Archangel Sandalphon does deal with like creative arts. Okay. Like music. I just wrote Archangel Michael without even thinking. So some of you may be guided to ask Archangel Michael for protection and cleanse negative entities, okay, out of your space and out of your auric field, okay? You can pray to him, okay? Angels are wanting to assist you at this time. They're trying to assist you. You do need to reach out and ask them for assistance, okay? I just heard choice point. Yes, that's the confirmation of what I'm getting. A lot of you are at a choice point. And you're making that choice right now to move forward with something or end a cycle. You're in the process of making that choice. Okay, I'm going to see what comes out in the message cards. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for signs of confirmation. Whoops. Okay, goodness. My goodness, I can't make this stuff up. I keep getting these messages every time I split a deck, and I've already shuffled these cards several times before I started recording, by the way. Your life purpose is to assist humanity with healing and spiritual awakening. Confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. I just got goosebumps. Confirmation goosebumps. Thank you, Spirit. Detach from the outcome. That's what you're being guided to do. If you have been sitting on a creative project idea, and I'm getting goosebumps as I'm saying this, is signs of confirmation. If you've been sitting on this idea, move forward on a project. Maybe it's due to I don't know if I should. I don't know if I have what it takes. I don't know if I have enough to offer. I went through that too, okay? You're being guided to detach from the outcome. Just start posting. That's what I have to do with these messages. I had to quit looking at the analytics, because I have a lot of air in my chart. I have Aquarius rising, which is my ascendant sign. And it puts me in my head a lot. And I'm always looking at analytics and stuff like that. So I was guided to let go of the income when I started channeling and posting these, because I'm pulled to do it because I love to help people. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to assist the collective to wake up and heal. And look at the solar plexus. No coincidence this was on the other side of the deck. No coincidence. Solar plexus chakra, personal power, self-esteem, willpower, digestion, yellow. You may be guided to wear yellow or get yellow stones like citrine. Citrine is harder to get to, and it's a little pricier too. Get one from a reputable dealer that actually deals with true stones. They're authentic, okay? You got closer than anyone else in my life. So somebody, I don't feel worthy, was right behind it. So some of you may have gotten closer than anyone else in someone's life. This could be someone in your current energy that maybe you're ending a cycle with right now, or deciding to end a cycle with. This could be somebody from the past or both, okay? Shift your perspective. You're being guided to shift your perspective of it. If this is something about a creative project that you're contemplating moving forward on, shift your perspective and release the outcome. Move forward. You're being guided to take that action. Start taking baby steps to move forward with it, okay? And release the outcome. Don't overthink it. Stay out of your head. Go with your heart and how you're pulled to do. I'm getting signs of confirmation goosebumps. I don't feel worthy. I said was right behind that other one. This is something that you are working through this. I don't feel worthy. It's a worthiness wound. It comes from abandonment, rejection, wounds, and things like that. It comes from trauma and stuff. And I can tell you I'm dealing with this myself. I shared that. Mother wound, no coincidence this was right behind it. No coincidence. What did I just say? Literally, I'm getting signs of confirmation goosebumps. This worthiness wound is probably tied to either a father and or mother wound, and I'm getting mother wound on this particular. What did I share? I shared it was in my mother's lineage. So some of you may resonate with this message. Maybe you're starting to notice that you might have entity attachments because maybe there's generational curses you're now, starting to see. And you are being guided to end these cycles, okay? Emotional deprivation and self-worth issues, people-pleasing or self-sacrifice, fear of abandonment or rejection. So you may be overgiving to others, okay? Maybe you've been plagued with that in your life, overgiving, to seek validation and love and approval from others. But you're being watched, observed. Someone is watching from afar. So again, use your intuition. If you've already been sensing this is a sign of confirmation that someone is watching you. And there is a separate card in this deck that specifies social media. Someone watching you from social media. So this could be just in general. They could be, maybe keeping up with mutual friends if you're in no contact. They could be watching you in other means. It could be a combination of social media and or talking to other mutual friends that maybe are still in contact with you, or family members, or driving by your house. Okay, just take it however you feel like it resonates for you. Rose quartz, you maybe got into work with rose quartz to help for emotional healing, unconditional love and compassion, heart chakra, self-love, self-worth, and heal emotional wounds, emotional balance. Some of you in this message, you may be guided to really work with this stone to help heal this worthiness wound that's plaguing your solar plexus, because I've been there. I can't make this stuff up. You are a shaman. Didn't I say that? Sign of confirmation. This is spirit giving you signs of confirmation, what I just said. Some of you are natural shamans. You may have been a shaman in a past life. You may be natural shamans, okay? Connected to the earth and the spirit realm too. Facilitates healing, connect with spirit realm to receive guidance and assist others. Protect their communities. I got signs of confirmation goosebumps. Yes, spirit, yes. You sharing messages for people for healing, their healing and ascension is going to assist in their protection. Okay, I'm getting confirmation goosebumps all over. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Earth angel, light workers, or starseed. You may resonate as a starseed or light worker. Bring peace, healing, and guidance. So I'm telling you, some of you are earth angels and starseeds. Okay, so someone may want to come back. I don't know what else is going to come out of this deck, but someone may feel very remorseful right now. Maybe you're about to make an ending of a relationship, and maybe you and or somebody else feels really remorseful, and or this could be somebody connected to the past in addition to that maybe you had to create boundaries with and end a relationship for your own well-being, for your own peace. And they may be starting to feel remorse now more than they're going through something similar, okay? And now they're being shown that they had toxic patterns and you guys were just reflecting it to each other, and they had a hand in it too. They self-sabotage too. I mean, that's what happens when you got wounding. You self-sabotage. I know, I'm learning that. Have discernment, pay close attention to actions. Are words and actions in alignment? This could be if somebody wants to come back and apologize and maybe reconcile. I'm getting another message for this. This may be related to you, watcher. Okay, collective. So make sure your words, I'm getting that card in my head as well. So this is silent confirmation. The other card I have in here that says pay attention to your thoughts and words. And I said this in recent readings that came out. Look for that pattern in your belief system. What are you believing about yourself, about what you can achieve, what you can do, what you can offer? Look at those patterns, those thought patterns and those words, and have discernment and pay attention to what you're speaking, whether it be in belief. I'm getting confirmation goosebumps. So this is a sign of confirmation for you. This is your message, okay? Look at your belief patterns, because this is what's holding you back from your life purpose of sharing and helping others. It's worthiness wounds, not feeling like you have enough to offer, not feeling good enough. Okay. These wounds from your childhood and your past. You're being asked to pay close attention to how you're showing up for yourself and how you believe in yourself, and are your words and actions in alignment. So, okay, this could be also for somebody else that may be mirroring your energy that may want to come back. Now they're feeling remorseful. They're going through something themselves, and now they may want to come back and apologize. You're being guided to, have discernment and pay close attention. If you decide to entertain any kind of a connection with them, and take it slow, have discernment, make sure their actions and their words are in alignment. They're speaking what they're going to do, and they're actually carrying it out consistently over time. Okay. Unakite Jasper, some of you maybe take it slow, baby steps just came out right behind that. I literally just said that, sign of confirmation. Okay. All right. Unakite Jasper, some of you maybe got into work with Unakite Jasper, helps balance and process emotions and open heart chakra, promotes self-love, spiritual vision, new beginnings, and third eye chakra. Okay. Dolphins may be significant to some of you as a sign or synchronicity. Maybe you love dolphins, you connect with them, you're drawn to dolphins. Also, some of you may have ties to ancient Atlantis and Lemuria. Okay, maybe you feel like you had a past life there. Cooperation, emotional healing, joy, harmony, protection, and the deep connection between physical and spiritual realm. Playfulness, embrace your inner child. I just got signs of confirmation goosebumps when I just got this realization. This is related to your mother wound. Your mother wound is about healing and nurturing that inner child. I just got goosebumps all over my body. Sign of confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Twin flame, can't make it up, and 1010 on the other side of the deck. Chaotic energy right after that. Some of you, this may be a sign of confirmation for you. If you've been wondering if you're a twin flame, this is your sign of confirmation. You are a twin flame. Okay. Take it if it resonates. If you've been already suspecting this and asking God, your spirit guides, angels, can you please confirm this? Your past on loved ones, they are confirming this. You are a twin flame. Okay. You do have a twin flame because it's tied to, I'm getting 144,000. Some of you may be seeing 144 as a sign or synchronicity too. 1010. Is right behind it. You may be seeing this number synchronicity. You are on the brink of significant life changes. Embrace personal growth. Trust your intuition. Move forward confidently with goals. You're being called to move and take action towards this passion project, towards whatever it is you're being guided to do. Chaotic energy, ungroundedness. You're being guided to clear your energy and make decisions for your betterment, for your best, highest good, to get peace back in your life. It'll help remove this chaotic energy. Do this entity removal stuff that I'm saying, the clearing your energy, clearing your home regularly, prayer, high vibrational, like positive affirmations, subliminal positive affirmations, meditation, prayer, speaking positively about yourself and others. That's all going to assist with entity removal. Okay. Amethyst, third eye, crown chakras, mental clarity, tranquility, enhances intuition and spiritual awareness. Maybe got into work with amethyst. Some of you don't know what that looks like. This is a polished amethyst. It's like a deep purple. And I have a rough one right here. So this is more of what the raw amethyst looks like. It's got like a tint at the top that's towards the center of the stone it came out of, and it's a little more white towards the bottom. So that will enhance your intuition as well. Okay. Oh, okay. My spirit, do I want to share these? Smoky quartz. Some of you may be guided to work with smoky quartz. Okay. Grounding and protection neutralizes negative energy. What was I saying? Some of you maybe got to get stones that assist with, that's the sign of confirmation, that assists with clearing negative energy out of your auric field and your home. Relieves stress, promotes emotional stability, and root chakra. And root chakra came out right out behind it. Root chakra was right behind it. You're being guided to ground yourself. This stuff will assist you. All this stuff I'm sharing will assist you with grounding and removing this entity that's held you back and plagued you and probably your family for generations, okay? Thank you, Spirit. Pay close attention to your thoughts and words. This is thank you, Spirit. Sign of confirmation. I was seeing this in my mind's eye with that other card, okay? To have that discernment, okay? Not just for other people showing up in your life, but for yourself, okay? King of Cups. Some of you may be moving into this King of Cups energy yourself. Again, as within, so without. So as you're healing your masculine and your feminine from these mother and father wounds, you're healing this side of you, and you could be attracting a King of Cups, Emperor in your energy soon, okay? Once you do this, and divine timing, of course. Emotional maturity, compassion, balance, groundedness, again, root chakra. Grounded, calm amidst chaos. Diplomatic, water signs. Maybe you resonate as having water prominently in your chart. Cancer, Scorpio. Which one am I'm forgetting? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There we go. My mind just went blank. Archangel Gabriel. I can't make this stuff up. I'm getting back-to-back messages, okay? Archangel Gabriel, you may be trying to work with you to send you messages from the spirit realm, give you divine messages. Maybe it's through crows. Maybe it's through other means. Maybe it's through other people. Maybe it's through me, okay? I always pray to Archangel Gabriel before every message now. I was guided to do that. Archangel Michael for protection, for me and my family and my home and my loved ones, and Archangel Gabriel for clear communication from the divine of what people need to know to help them heal and ascend, okay? You might be guided to pray to Archangel Gabriel and ask for assistance to receive divine communication and revelation. Truth, bringer of vital messages regarding major shifts in destiny. You may be asking for guidance from Archangel Gabriel. Maybe guided to do that, okay? Fire sign may also be significant. Again, only take this stuff if it resonates. This is also energy. So water's emotions and fire is refining and purifying, okay? Fire purifies. It burns away what's no longer, I'm getting signs of confirmation goosebumps. It burns away what's no longer needed, the old parts of you, the old snake skin, the old shell, okay? You're going through a phoenix rising, ego death, and a rebirth. In your life, you're being asked to let go of these patterns that's plagued maybe you and your family for generations, maybe. Wind or fire sign may be significant. You may have that prominently in your chart. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? Passion, courage, enthusiastic leaders. It's about leadership energy too. Third-party interference, can't make it up. Some of you may be dealt with a party that had third-party interference recently and or in the past with somebody you're in no contact with. Again, take if it resonates. Maybe multiple people. Maybe it's somebody you're in a cycle with now. And it was third-party interference there that caused the breakdown and the blow-up, the tower moment. It could also be somebody choosing friends, family, job, work, unresolved inner patterns. And again, that happened with me. I realized I was doing it to myself and I didn't see that, but I was also attracting that in my life. You will attract people that will reflect back to you the wounding that you have within you, okay? Ending or ended a karmic, I can't make this stuff up. That's what I just confirmation of what I've been saying. Ending or ended a karmic life lesson cycle. A lot of you are now ending a cycle and you're in hermit mode. You're introspecting. You're getting the intuitive downloads that once you make that decision, you're going to be getting that, okay? You're ending that cycle. Moon, intuition, no coincidences came out, okay? Number 13, maybe some of you are seeing the number 13, like ones and threes together. Dreams, illusions, intuition, the subconscious, anxiety, fear, mood swings. What was I saying? These entity attachments are affecting mood swings for you and others in your family. Something hidden or not as it seems. That's what I'm saying. That stuff was hidden from me until I made that decision to choose myself and my daughter and end that pattern. I didn't know that I had that pattern when I made that, but I was starting to be shown that. I was asking God, what am I missing here? What do I need to do here? Do I need to move forward this portion and try to heal it again and go through another separation? Or do I need to end it? And I was guided to end it. And I got additional confirmation. I learned after I did that again, that this is a pattern in my family and in my lineage, my mother's lineage. So anyway, that's that. I feel like giving up. Somebody feels like giving up. It may be you. Maybe you feel like giving up on this idea before you even get started. Don't do that. You're being guided. Don't do it. Move forward with it. You can do this. Okay. All right, can't make it up. The Hierophant and a destined divine partnership is coming in. Signs of confirmation. If you've been already feeling this, you've already been getting intuitive downloads, this is your sign of confirmation. A destined divine partnership is coming in divine timing. You have a shared life purpose mission, love and career together, okay? All right, number 5. Maybe you see in 5s like 55, 555, okay? That's a number of change. 555 is a number of major change in your life. Masculine, tradition, spiritual wisdom. Like, could be like, maybe they're very religious or have some kind of a spiritual beliefs. Committed, they like commitment, marriage, conformity, community, like a religious community. Some of you maybe got it to build like a spiritual community or religious community of some sort. Mentor, your mentors, your leaders. This is what's coming through here. You're being guided to move into your spiritual leadership, whatever this is, like some kind of creative arts of some sort, okay? A lot of you are teachers and guides and you're shamans, okay? And this could be you. You're moving into this energy, and as within, so without, okay? When you start moving in this energy, you're going to attract it in your physical life eventually, okay? It's in divine timing. Clint, I looked down and this was on the other side of the deck. Confirmation, thank you, Spirit. Confirmation of what I have been channeling through from the very beginning of this message. This was supposed to come out for you. Cleanse and protect your energy and your home. Oh, I got confirmation goosebumps. Thank you, Spirit. Someone wants to talk. I can't make it up, okay? Take baby steps. If you decide to engage with this person and accept their apology, to compromise or whatever, and have them explain themselves and apologize, use your discernment. Do as you're guided, okay? If you don't want to entertain a relationship with them and you just want to allow them to apologize and end their cycle, it's up to you. But someone wants to talk, sign a confirmation. You're being guided. If you do move forward with this person, if you do want to engage and start things over and try to, take things slow is what I'm getting guided to tell you. Take it really slow. Don't jump in bed with them. Don't make friends first. Like, start friends first. Build that trust back, okay? Consistent efforts. Discern. Watch their actions, making sure they're doing what they said they would do. They're carrying out and they're keeping their word consistently through time, okay? Over time. 2, 3, 4, you may be seeing this sign, this number synchronicity. And balance, harmony, and alignment with your higher self. Encourages you to pursue creative pursuits, creative projects that align with your passions. Confirmation goosebumps. I just got on that. Ascended masters are assisting you. This could be Jesus, Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, Kuan Yin, Buddha, however you feel. If you feel like a connection with ascended master, they're assisting you with this leadership role that you're being guided to move into through a creative pursuit, okay? Past life soulmate connection. Take it however it resonates. You could have a past life soulmate connection. It could be this twin flame. Could be somebody else that's coming in new in your life. It could be both, okay? Justice. You're getting karmic justice at the end of the cycle, okay? Karmic justice is being issued either with you and or somebody else or both, okay? And it could be somebody in your energy too that you're in separation with. I'm telling you. They could be going through a divorce or separation and or legal issues, okay, right now. And there's going to be karmic justice going on right now or about to go on. Fairness, truth, karmic justice, balance being restored in a situation, okay? Blessings are on their way in divine timing. Can't make it up, okay? Choose yourself. Choose your peace and love. Archangel Ariel, some of you may be nature lovers, okay? You like to protect nature and the environment. You love animals and stuff. Archangel Ariel, I'm getting confirmation goosebumps, by the way. Protector of nature, environment, lioness of God, connected to water. A lot of water energy. That's emotions. But a lot of you may have water in your chart prominently, like sun, moon, rising, what was that? Pisces. I don't know why I can't ever remember that. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Here we go. All right. Protector of nature and environment. Lioness of God, connected to water. It helps balance heart chakra. Again, that heart chakra. You're being guided to work on this heart chakra healing. You are enough. You're being told you are enough. Sign of confirmation. Crows and ravens. I channeled that at the beginning of the message. Thank you, Spirit. Sign of confirmation. You are enough. You're being told you're enough for this work. You are enough to have true love. Somebody that shows up for you the way that you deserve, okay? You got to show up for yourself first in those ways to attract that in your life. Abandonment wounds can't make it up. Can't make it up. I just created this card too, and I did shuffle this deck a few times. Deep emotional trauma from early experiences of neglect, rejection, loss, or abuse. You could have lost a mother. You could have, been abused by her in some way, like verbally, emotionally, whatever, okay? Crows or ravens, again, sign of confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Compromise is needed. What did I say? If this person comes back in your life and you feel guided to, use your discernment, okay, your third eye, ask for guidance. Don't make a rash decision to engage with them if you don't feel guided to. Ask for your guidance of your guides, your angels, God, your higher self. If you need to engage with them and pursue any kind of a relation with them, whether it be a business partnership or platonic, whatever, okay? Ask for guidance, but compromise may be needed, at least to hear them out, okay? When they come back, and I feel like it's an apology, okay? Rejection wound right behind it. Can't make this up. Rejection wound. People pleasing, hiding true self, perfectionism, overachieving to prevent judgment and prove your worth. Some of you are really, really dealing with this stuff. Heart chakra, no coincidence, sign of confirmation. You're being guided to work on this heart chakra. Healing this heart chakra and clearing these negative beliefs about yourself. Love yourself, learn how to love yourself. Get that emotional balance, okay, from healing from these wounds. Green, you might be guided to get brain. Oh my goodness, can't make it up. Archangel Azrael. And Archangel Azrael can assist you. You have to ask your archangels for assistance, okay? They want to help you. You have to ask for assistance to help grieve the loss of people. It could be people from your past, maybe your parents, maybe you lost a parent early in childhood or earlier in your life, or a loved one of some sort, and you haven't fully grieved that loss. You're being guided to call on Archangel Azrael, a comforter of grieving, ego death, major life transition, spiritual rebirth. So Archangel Azrael, has been wanting to work with you or is working with you, but again, you can reach out for help to assist. Signs and synchronicities, repeating numbers, messages, and songs, seeing animals a lot, strange synchronicities and coincidences happening. You may be seeing that right now, okay? I want you back. Somebody wants you back. They want to come talk, okay? They want you back in their life. Nature spirits, elementals, fae folk, lover of nature, confirmation, Archangel Ariel, high priestess. A lot of you are high priestess, and sensual passion is coming in, but you're also guided to move towards passion projects, okay? Somebody with a lot of sensualness, really highly attracted to you sensually, wants to come back in or is coming in. Again, take it how it resonates. To be maybe two different people, a new person and somebody from the past. Number 2, you may be seeing twos, like 22222. High priestess, highly intuitive, sacred knowledge, subconscious mind, divine feminine, moon, duality, introspection. That's what a lot of you are going through this right now. And you're getting these downloads from spirit to move forward on something. Divine counterpart, can't make it up. Or kingdom spouse. Divine counterpart or kingdom spouse coming in. It could be a new person coming in. Again, use your intuition. Ideal spiritual match, harmonious union of two whole souls for a shared life mission. What did I say? That came out, shared life mission. 321, you may be seeing this number synchronicity. I'm going to wrap this up in just a minute. Seek harmony, lean into creative passions, sign of confirmation, lean into, you're being told over and over and over. And this is the last several messages. You're getting confirmations from spirit. Move forward with a creative project you're not moving on. You got to take baby steps to start moving on, okay? Move forward with taking those actions. Release past fears, bad habits, or toxic situations so you can move forward with a clean slate. Resolve past misunderstandings. Again, that compromise. That's probably resolving a past misunderstanding with somebody from your past. It could be your twin flame that you're in separation with, okay? At least maybe hear them out and let them apologize and try to resolve that. And then you choose from there with your inner guidance, whether you want to move forward and start over fresh from them and build trust and do creative projects together or however you're guided to do, okay? Or it could be with somebody new coming in. However you're guided to do, but use your intuition. If it is meant to be, it will come back, okay? It'll return to you. Trust in the divine. So you're being told this. If somebody does come back, if it's meant to be, they'll come back. Practice more gratitude. Some of you have marriage coming in and or you or someone else is ending a marriage at this end of this karmic cycle around this time, okay? Maybe you've been feeling this intuitively that your resonate as a twin flame and you've been wondering if your twin, you feel like energetically they might be going through something and in a cycle, and you've been asking, are they getting a divorce? But if they're married, okay, you're being told they're probably ending a marriage, okay, pretty soon, okay? And or you have marriage coming in. One of these people coming back or a new person coming in could result in marriage, okay? Keep your focus on yourself and your healing and what you want to build for yourself. This is a new card I created this morning before this reading. I was guided to create this and it came out. Don't think about this twin. Try not to think about them, okay? Try to focus on yourself. Entity attachments, can't make it up. I created that this morning too, okay? And I did shuffle these. I'm telling you, I shuffled these a few times. Energetic presences that attach to a person's aura or energy field can be generational. I'm telling you, some of you guys are being guided to work on that. You may be in Empress energy and you'll be guided to create. That's creation energy, okay? You're a nurturer. You may be a feminine, again, just take it however it resonates. You may be a masculine and be an Empress energy. You can be in both. We embody both, okay? But when you're choosing yourself time and time again and choosing to heal and release toxicity in your life in all forms, it could be mind, body, spirit, whatever, You're moving up in your Empress mode. You're in your Empress energy, okay? And moving towards your highest timeline of success, wish fulfillment, abundance, and life purpose. Your life purpose is tied to your fulfillment and or love and fulfillment. I just got signs of confirmation. So you're moving towards this. If you make the decision to end this karmic cycle, you're definitely going to be moving more into your Empress energy, and you're being guided to create, okay? Do those creations. Archangel Uriel is giving you divine illumination at this time. They're giving you insights to end a cycle and move forward with a creative project. Wisdom, truth, enlightenment, divine illumination, prophecy. Some of you could be prophets. You have the gift of prophecy. Maybe you feel like something's going to happen and then you speak it and then it happens because you were intuitively picking up on it. Separation and time apart is needed at this time for healing and growth. You may be resonate as a twin flame and you've been in separation from them, or you're being guided to go in separation from somebody right now if you're going through ending a karmic cycle with somebody, okay? Brown hair may be significant for some of you. Believe in yourself. You can do it. You can't make it up. This keeps coming out. You keep being told this. You are enough. Believe in yourself. This relationship may result in long-term stability and or marriage. Confirmation of what I got with the marriage card, okay? Again, there's multiple messages with this marriage card. It could relate to different people in your field in different ways, to you and or maybe a twin, okay? Trust your intuition. Again, confirmation of what I was saying. You may be seeing cardinals and or hearing that sound that they make when they chirp. It's a sign from spirit, from your departed loved ones or angelic presences, hope and new beginnings. Embrace confidence and healthy boundaries. And this is the only double card. It was an accident on my part, but it was no accident. Spirit had me do this. We are guiding you. I feel like past on loved ones may be guiding you from their spirit realm, trying to help with this transition in your life to move into your life purpose and heal these generational wounds. They knew you came here to heal these generational wounds when you, oh, I'm getting goosebumps, signs of confirmation. When they got to the other side, if they're passed on, they were shown you were the one generational curse breaker came to break this bondage that's been on your family's lineage. Salt and pepper hair and or facial hair may be significant for somebody. Maybe you or somebody that you're in separation with or in your energy. Fighting or conflict, can't make it up. This is what you're being guided to let go of. Fighting and conflict, okay? And somebody else in your energy you're in separation with is being guided to let go of fighting and conflict and end a cycle. The person that is your destined divine lover is already in your life, or you already know them. Sign of confirmation. Okay? Person that is your destined divine lover is already in your life, or you already know them. If you've been wondering about that, that's your sign of confirmation. Look inward. The answer you seek is not outside of you. Look within. That's using that High Priestess intuition card. Moldavite, sign of confirmation, sign of confirmation. Maybe some of you may be guided to do this to assist you in moving in your life purpose and breaking free and getting those intuitive downloads and heightening your psychic abilities as you go through this change and this death and rebirth. Accelerate spiritual awakening, trigger profound changes, and it connects to higher cosmic realms. Crown, third eye, and heart chakras. Heart chakra again. Somebody misses you very badly. Somebody misses you very badly, and right behind it, they're very guarded. You and or this person are reflecting each other. You're guarded. You're in your Queen of Swords energy with this person you're in separation with, and or maybe somebody you're about to separate from, and you're guarded, and were guarded with you emotionally. They weren't opening up, which probably led to a separation. Abundance. I'm telling you, this is tied to your abundance. Make this decision to move forward on a creative project and a karmic cycle with somebody or something, okay? This is tied to your abundance. Once you make this decision, you move forward and release the outcome. Move forward with creative projects. Focus on yourself and your healing. Do this daily cleansing and all this stuff, and it's going to lead to your abundance. You're being told this. You may be seeing 888 or 88. Someone is dreaming of you. Archangel Raphael may also be assisting you, physical and emotional healing. Again, ask your angels for assistance to help you with this stuff. Again, sign of confirmation, you're going through Phoenix Rising. You and or somebody in your energy is marrying you. You're both going through another spiritual awakening. Phoenix Rising. Ego, death, rebirth, transformation. Scorpio. Water sign again. Some of you maybe have Scorpio prominently in your chart. Sun, moon, rising, Venus. Let go of the old death card, fire and light. Okay. 1111, can't make it up. Telling you, some of you are being told you are twin flames. This is like a twin flame number. But you don't have to be a twin flame to see this number, but I feel like it really does resonate a lot with twin flames. Okay. You may be seeing this number repeating like throughout everywhere. Okay. New beginning, spiritual awakening, leadership. Again, leadership. You're being guided to go into spiritual leadership. Alignment. Okay. I hope this helped you in some way. Please let me know if it did. Please like, comment, subscribe, and let me know how this helped you, if it resonated. You can hit the share button and copy link. You don't have to share it. It will help the algorithm. And so these messages can go to more people. Thank you so much for all your love and support. And again, I hope this really helped you, gave you some confirmations in your life of following your intuition and building that intuition with yourself. Because eventually, I'm hoping you don't need these. You'll build your abilities to where you trust them and you won't need these anymore. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day.